Aquaba, and welcome to Expat Life Ghana. I'm Ayo, and this is Tony, and we're documenting our move from Texas to Ghana as we go beyond the return. In this video, we're asking the question, will we stay in Ghana? The news might actually surprise you a little bit if you are a fan of the show. So let's get this video started. All right, y'all. So as you can see, Tony, where are you right now?
I am up in the mountains. I'm in a Bree right now, in my car.
Okay,
I'm at a spot where I'm getting the best reception possible. So, yeah.
I would just like to review something here. You are the one who wants to get me to move to the mountains. And you can't get a video signal in the mountains.
No, I'm getting one now. I'm coming through clear, aren't I?
You had to get in the car and drive up to get a better signal.
No, it was just yeah, well, I think where I was at is a lot of trees.
Okay, I'll let you slide on that one. I will let you slide on that one. So the question that I have for you right now is, why are you in the mountains? What's so important about being up there right now?
Well, the festival, the for the village of Abri is happening right now, and this weekend is just all a buzz of life up here and things happening. So I'm here for the festival. That's about it. You know me. Wherever there's a party, you'll find me.
No doubt. I'm sure that's what you're doing right now. But you've got a tour group in for Fall Fest. In fact, October's been kind of a hustle for you. You've had a couple of overlapping groups coming through.
Yeah, it's been great. It's just been busy. So my staff and I are just one after the other and double ups and things like that. So I've been really appreciative of all the tours coming in and meeting all the people. So yeah, October's been busy.
My question then is this evening more tour guide or more Tony catching up on party vibe?
Oh, no. There are no tours up here right now. This is all Tony and the Angola family right now. So yeah.
I thought you were working, Tony. I thought you were working.
I am working. I'm working right now on Expat Life Ghana on their live. So yeah.
You're gonna play that?
Yeah, I'm working. I'm working right now.
Okay, well, let's get into this really, because I want to make sure we're not on too long. I know you are literally holding your phone in the car, but you had your group in last week, or no? It's the group that's still here.
They're still here.
They're still here.
Yeah, tomorrow they're going home. The other group, they left Wednesday morning.
Got you. Well, I was a little surprised when I had a chance to sit down and meet them. One of the comments was, I knew Tony was never going to leave. So when I was watching y'all on the show, which they're talking about the Coming From America show on Max, when I was watching y'all on the show and they were talking about, are they going to stay or are they going to go? I knew the answer was they were going to stay. And I had to push back on that one.
I know. Can I tell? It's like we still have issues with that right now. So what people really see isn't, we don't put all of our personal life out there. So we still have issues with, are we going back? Are we staying? How committed are we here? How more committed do we want to be? So we still have issues.
Yeah, I think they were shocked to hear that. They had this look of disbelief when we started talking about it. They were like, well, no, that's not true. And it was like, well, but it is true. So this idea of question, will we stay in Ghana, is not rhetorical. It's actual, it's literal. Will we stay in Ghana?
That it is.
Well, So I think people are probably a little surprised at this idea that we're not really sure. But I wanted to run down the main 3 reasons why and kind of give you a second to dive into it with us. But before we do that, I have a quick video that I would love to run. Do you mind if I do that?
Yeah, I want to see this video. Absolutely.
Okay. You hold on a second. Here we go.
Thank you, Ray and Shirley.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, have you ever seen 2 cuter kids in the entire world?
Yeah. So what is that? A shout out to Raymond and Shirley. Ray and Shirley stopped by the lodge and dropped off a package of goodies for us. So we are really appreciative of that. So thank you guys. So yeah, that's a good shout out. I'm supposed to shout out. There was a group in last weekend.
I've got it coming up. I've got that one coming up.
Oh, okay.
The thing that I think, I wanted to play that because one of the reasons that we do consider leaving sometimes is because of the kids. And it is, I think, a hard thing here in Ghana to bring out the best parts of an American education while still enjoying kind of like the Ghana freedom in the background. What are your thoughts on this? Because I think this is probably the #1 reason why we would leave.
Well, I think with Luke being older and he got, that U.S. schooling, he was in that system, and Leo not so much. So it really affects Luke the most because he's like, hey, I want this, and Leo's like, I don't even know what that is. I'm good right here. So I think that's the difference between the boys is that Leo didn't get that American lifestyle schooling system, and Luke did. So looks like, no, I want to do this, and we wrestle with it because we know what he'll get out of it and what he's looking to get out of it.
For sure. My mom actually asked me today if she should start getting ready for him to come stay with her. And I was like, hold up.
Oh, wow.
Wait a second. I didn't even tell you that. You don't even know that. So people who think.
Wow, Nana. Well, it's good to know Nana has our back like that. Sorry.
I don't know if she was excited about it as much as she was trying to get her head around it. But this is the big thing. Is it something where we go back for a year? Do we go back for 2 years, and then plan on coming back? How would this work? And what you said is really true, which is Leo is not he's not primed for that. He has a whole different learning style that he's going through. He would be best here.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so then split.
You see, and that's the thing. It's like, well, I'm not a big fan of splitting our family, and you're gone half the year anyway. It's like, oh my goodness, what? You're leaving? You're leaving next week, or I bust you out a little bit. It's like, so it's rough because we're different people when we're not together. At least I'm different.
Yeah,
like,
you
when is that
definitely
crazy lady coming back?
you actually said that on the show when we were having our big conversation. Was that we work better together, and to even try to contemplate this idea of then also not only splitting the 2 of us, but then splitting the boys.
Right.
I just don't know.
And they are, not they've attached at the hip, those two. So that
Right.
would be hard sell to separate the boys even.
Exactly. So then that's why we are. So this idea that we're 110% committed, like Ghana is
Yeah,
not true.
and for a lot of people, if it's harder when you have kids like Luke age, and that transition is harder. But you got to do it with, I think, kids that are very young and can get into the Ghana system here, or do it when they're older in college and you're
Right.
retired or something. So it's
Yeah, and we've kind of seen it at all three stages now because we have, we had a 20 something, we have a teenager, we have an elementary school aged child, and we've seen all of them go through this transition. And I think the one who has struggled the most was the teenager.
Luke,
And
yeah.
yeah, and having to just acclimate to this new. I think that was the hardest transition of all of them, and so that I think is the driver for
Yeah.
this conversation that we keep having like every other week.
We keep having, yeah. It's like, are we going to renew this lease, or what's happening? And there's so much that people don't know that we go through as far as that decision, what's going to happen.
For sure. Well, so that brings us to reason number 2, and that is family. Now, this is a stronger reason for me than it is for you.
Right. That's your thing, family.
But I wonder sometimes, like, is there nothing secretly in the back caverns of your heart that wants to go back a little bit to be around your face? Okay, never mind. I'm just joking. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's cool to go visit, but it's cool to go visit, but even just the thought of visit, well, I'm good.
So it's not a driving factor for you. It's definitely a driving factor for me. Does the fact that my mom is getting older and my concern about that make it a draw for you to go back? Like, is that part of the pull, or is it one of those things where you're like, that's you struggling with your own thing, I'm good?
Well, no, I understand that. So, it's okay. God forbid something, you have to go back for your mother for some reason. And I get that, and you have my support, but it's like, well, do we both have to go? And okay, we both have to go. All right. Well, I play a secondary role in the health care of your mother. And so it's like, well, what do I do while you're taking care of your mother?
Yeah. I mean, it would definitely throw off a lot of dynamic in that situation.
Yeah, but
I don't want to go when she's at the end of things. It's not like I want to go just so I can sit at her hospital bedside.
And you want to go and spend time with her and things like that. And it's like, okay, where does that leave Tony?
Right. Well, so now what's been happening is I've been going without you.
Right.
Talking up these days where we're separate. So in a 365-day calendar,
you were going a third of that
365. We are not.
Yeah.
So I think this is number 2, like the kind of number 2 driving reason. Before we get into number 3, I want to run one more video. Can I do that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Oh.
All right, Tony. That brings us to problem number 3.
Yeah, we got a business here.
Okay. For those of you who have
And
not been on a tour, I'm going to tell you right now, Tony has built out some of the best tours for people. If you have been on a tour with Tony, please, in the comments, drop your thoughts, drop your feelings, drop your review so that other people can see how they feel about it. And I am so proud that you have like embraced this business and have made it kind of your mission to create this experience for people coming to the continent, especially those who are coming for the first time, who are taking a journey very similar to what you did, which is experiencing life for the first time outside of their race and outside of the racial construct of America. And so I have to start by saying, like, kudos for you on that one. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
But my business is in America.
The growing, well, this thing is just growing. It's like it can just keep taking new legs and walking in different paths and creating new paths and all kinds of things. It's just I can't believe how it's growing. And what do you do with that? And I don't want to be one of those, tour group operators that, I'm not here and then I come in for the tours, and that doesn't work, because you lose the pulse of what's happening in real time in Ghana, and you want to be on top of things. So I just don't see that working. So
well, I agree with you. I think we've experienced what happens when people try to run tours and they're not here, and they can't keep tabs with the places that have popped up or gone down or exactly what's going on. So I get that piece of it. But most of my business is done stateside. So I'm working remotely. I'm traveling to US to work. I speak professionally. And so those speaking gigs are in the States. And so now we're not only worrying about the kids and trying to prioritize, taking care and keeping relationships with families, but our businesses are on 2 different continents.
Yeah, you can say that again. I scored something else.
So I don't know how we, I don't know where that takes us.
Well, I don't know if we'll do something seasonal. It's just really up in the air, and that's our dilemma.
Yeah. So I did want to put this out there into the world so that this conversation could kind of continue, because I did feel a little, when I saw Discovery HBO Max's take on Coming from America, that it seemed like we were just really kind of cut and dry about staying here. I actually felt a little slighted, because it was a lot of toil and a lot of conversation that we had on camera to really come to this agreement where we were going to stay for 2 more years. And so I did get a little bothered that people were just like, oh, of course. And it was like, it's not, of course. And it's still not, of course.
It's still not, of course. Because, it's just so much.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot here.
Absolutely. So surprised. We're not sure.
We're not sure. So we've got a ton of comments. Jet, I wanted to tell you, Jet is back in town and he's saying, hey, just to let you know.
Okay.
They're going to take a day tour with you on Tuesday and want to know where to meet up. So I'm sure you will let them know that
Yeah, they must have just it's Tuesday the 30th or 31st next week. They
next
must
week.
have just ordered that. I saw an order just come through, so I didn't get a
That
chance
must
to
be
respond.
it. Jerry Wrights says she cannot wait for season 2, which honestly I think is largely going to be the idea of bringing people in, hopefully, like so that the story can continue about how people are choosing to come here and what their journey is like. And I would love to see that. But also this continuing
Yeah,
conversation of, is it realistic to make Ghana a long-term permanent home, or is that fantasy?
and, yeah, and I would love to see that too, and just to see people integrating with the locals here, and to see how to show how we're living that
Right. What life is really
aspect.
like.
Right.
Yeah. Misty's going to be here in December. Cannot wait. Hopefully, you will show up for the throwback party.
Yeah, we're doing a 90s to what is I
The
I've been
Diaspora
partying
December
already.
throwback party.
The Afro in December throwback party.
We're
Yeah,
actually
which we
doing
just
this
started this
in
weekend.
connection with the Beyond the Return campaign and with the support of the Ghana Tourism Authority. So this is kind of a big deal. Like, y'all, you should be at this
Yeah,
party for
yeah,
real.
yeah. It may take on another label if somebody confirms that they're going to show up. So it may be a celebrity bash or something like that. But
Let's
this
see what
is
we're
going to
gonna
be
do.
a big deal. We're bringing the party back to Tema, back to the center of the world. We're bringing the party in December to the center of the world.
Yes, yes.
So
So
yeah,
if you are interested in getting tickets, you can hop online, expatlifeghana.com/throwback to get those. We've already sold out of a few of the cabanas, so make sure that you get your tickets early to make sure that you have the VIP status. So we have
absolutely.
people coming in for December. Antonio says your kids are so cool.
Yeah, they are. We got great kids. Thank you.
We've got some people thanking us for the transparency. Yeah, I did feel that as well at the end of the show with all the stories ending up so optimistic and no one being like, no, I think we're going to be going back. That was also not very true to reality.
Right, right. It was the show. It was the show.
It was the show. America is no good. Stay in Ghana. If you need American schooling, you can do it online courses or do European classes, which is what we're doing. So thank you, Miss
Yeah,
Lane. I think it still doesn't give you that. There's still pieces and elements missing from that are not true to an American experience. The parts of the American experience that you want and that you enjoy and remember.
right.
So we've got someone saying we're truly blessed to have experienced the land for so many years that they've watched our journey from the beginning. Oh,
We are
thank you.
4 years in, actually living here, and I don't know how long with the show. 4.5 with the show, something like that.
Yeah, it's definitely. We've got
Yeah,
someone
we're
here
getting old doing
saying you got to take very good care. There are some very good schools in Ghana, and we can take care of our son, maybe university. I did have someone comment on that maybe his opportunity will just have to be in college and that he won't have the high school experience, but that he can go and have the college experience. Oh no, people want us to send him to boarding school, bring mom to Ghana. This is tough to watch. I wish you guys the best.
it. Yeah.
My husband is from Ghana and lives in Ghana. I told him I would not fully live in Ghana until my mom passes on. Is that a good thing or should a different approach be taken?
No.
I wish we could tell you, like,
Yeah. There's no book on coming here. Well, we should make a book on coming here, but there's no right or wrong way or right or wrong answer. You have to do what's best for you, and We're still trying to figure out what's best for us at this point, what's best for our family. So
For sure.
it's
And I think
tough.
that's,
It's tough.
yeah, that's part of it too, is that when we came here, we came largely because my dad was really wanting us to come and have this experience and have it with the kids and do all of it. And then to have him die so suddenly after we came, kind of unexpectedly, it made me acutely aware of how short time is really. And it gets shorter every day, but
Yeah,
also how living with these moments of regret sparking up in the back of your head can fester, and not necessarily that like you regret all your decisions, but you wonder, right, what would have happened. Is this the right thing? And I think that's a struggle for a lot of people who consider this, especially with kids.
hmm
We've got a lot of kids who want us to put the kids in boarding school.
yeah. Let's put them in boarding school. I'm down with that. Send money, please.
I
We
can't do it.
y'all help us send these. Or order some of these tours so we can put them, because that's the only way it's gonna happen. So, y'all, these boarding schools here are expensive.
Oh, yes, I tell you. Some people are asking, wait, is there a season two? We would love for there to be a season two. We were going to have to wait to see what happens with the powers that be. Tracy says, I feel like the emotions involved in making decision of whether to stay or go, especially with one spouse feeling one way and the other leaning the other way, was well represented in the show. I agree that it was a good representation, but also that it's such a concession that it also sparks the question, where does the other concession come in? Tony, where's my other concession?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, I mean, I think that will open up the door for season two. Just where are they now? What's going on? Kind of thing, you know.
Yeah. Karen
And
says, would we consider sending Luke to the U.S.? Private schools close, a private school close to grandma during the school year, and then back in Ghana in the summer. And again,
they think, what the heck? A private school? Why do people keep public
Tony,
school?
people think
People
we got
public.
money.
I'm
We ain't got
like, come on, man. That's why he's having a. If we had money, I would have put him in international school here already. We don't have money. We have, hey, do one of these tours, a couple of these tours, so I could do that. But no, we can't send him to a private school in the States. It would be a public school in the
it might
States.
be cheaper than sending to a private school here, though.
Oh yeah, definitely it's cheaper. You paying for private schools here.
Sandra says that she loves that you're thriving in a place where you feel respected as a Black man. And that says a
Oh
lot.
yeah,
And it would be really hard then for you to move back to the United States because the
it would.
opportunities are not the same.
I was just talking to Nasheed, who was here, and he left Wednesday. That just going back, um, and after you've been here a while and you get that liberation, it's hard to go over there and then walk in walk without that pride that you do here. Walk without taking on a smaller version of yourself, because the natural amplified version of yourself is too much for some people, other cultures, to respect or understand. And a point of that was, uh, they got worried. People were talking loud. They're just talking, man. And then hear laughter out of it. Then it's like, oh man, it sounds like somebody's about to do something. I'm like, no, this is just Ghanaians, man. They just, that's how they talk. That's how it is. And to
Yeah,
have to
they're
go
not
back
arguing.
to,
That's just the way they talk.
right, to go back to, okay, hey, we're too loud. Let's mind our place. Uh,
Well, and there's a lot of mind your place, and a lot of this back and forth decision is also grounded in the fact that we haven't had to now teach our boys how to mind their place because we're here.
Right.
They don't have to do that. So part of the transition is considering what it would actually be like to now have to get them to fit
Find
into
a
that
place.
American construct.
Yeah, and I'm so happy Leo's just a free spirit. He gets to do what he
He does.
to put a cap on that would not be a nice
for sure.
gesture.
Gerald is here. Gerald C is here. He says that he recommends you, Tony, as a host. You made his transition from America here very smooth. You hooked him up. You got him settled into a new house. You got him moving around town. Yeah.
Gerald buzzing around Community 12 like he owned the place now. So yeah, Gerald, hey, glad to help you out. Our realtor James was phenomenal in getting you a place and getting you set up. Maxwell helped you out with car service or something. I don't know. Maxwell is always good. So just glad to hear things like that from people coming in and like, hey, Tony was the man getting me set up. So thank you for that, Gerald.
For sure, for sure. We've got some folks saying it's crazy, but if you really think about it, men need women and women need each other. It's hard to be away from a spouse.
Mm-hmm.
The election is 2 weeks away, Tony. We might have a lot of melanated folks coming to Ghana to find a new home.
We're here. Jamaica, I'll be at the airport waiting on you.
I will contend to this. It does not matter, and I'm going to try to phrase this correctly. In terms of the racial climate in the United States, I'm not sure it will matter who wins, because with such a divided electorate, there's still a large swath of the population that has very strong opinions about the melanated folks.
Yeah, that bottle's been popped open, and yeah,
and that is
why put that lid back on it.
But that is why I continue to believe firmly that this is why African Americans in the States need to travel to Africa and experience what it is like to walk around in a space where you are not race first. It just changes your entire perspective. So if you are out there right now getting stressed out about the election that's coming up November, you need to book a tour to Ghana. I'm telling you right now.
Yep.
It changes everything.
Then you go back like, why am I here again?
That's what happened to you.
Yep.
And you didn't think that was going to happen to you. Like, you were not. I don't know that you thought that was.
I had no idea that was going to happen to me. I was just coming to visit Ghana. Like, okay, look around, go home. Mm-mm. Something popped me upside my head getting off the airplane. I was like, what was that?
Yes. So we've got some people who are from Sacramento to Tema. They're wondering about the economy now. How's the economy doing now? It's still pretty strong, given
it's hard to say because you see a lot of building happening here, and
there's still money moving around in Ghana. Like,
yeah. So I'll just tell you like this: just come. You'll fit in someplace. Just come. I mean, there's so many people doing so many things here that you come here, you're like, oh, you're gonna fit in somewhere. You're gonna find something. There's gonna be opportunity of some sort that you're just gonna happen across and be like, oh, okay, I found it. Here we go. That's what happened to me. And I see so many other people coming in doing the same thing.
Yeah, people are agreeing with you, Tony. Bridget's saying, be free, walk free, have peace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I don't have on my readers, so I can't
You're good. I don't expect you.
I can't see any of the comments. I can't read any of them. They're so small on my phone.
Darlene says that you're correct. Her husband and she visited Ghana in 2022, and they were nearly brought to tears, not feeling like a Black man or a Black woman all the time. And she says, it's just life-changing. Yes.
Yeah, it's power being in the majority, and I understand why in the States they don't want to lose that power, why they're fighting so hard to keep it. Coming to Ghana, you'll understand as a melanated person, as a Black person, you'll understand that, that it's power in being in the majority.
Absolutely, 110%. Some folks want me to go back to work. They want me to go teach at a private school so I can get tuition free.
I know. What is that about?
I don't know if I can do it. I have to really think about it. I don't think I could do that one. Somebody wants to know, how much is an international school? It's more than what I paid for my college tuition. We're talking 25,000-30,000 US dollars a year plus book fees and registration. Per kid.
Expensive.
Can you imagine, Tony, spending $60,000 a year to send our kids to school? I just can't. Tony, is Spintex a good area to live in?
Yeah, sure.
It just depends on your needs.
There's places that Jeff's places kind of offers Spintex. Yep. So yeah, I mean, it's still developing over there in parts of that area. So yeah.
And there's a lot of construction happening in terms of infrastructure and roadways. So it's going to be interesting to see how that changes the area over the course of the next few years.
Yeah, they're making the area easier accessible. So yeah, it's a good area.
Yeah. Somebody is reminding us that college is not necessary, that plumbers and electricians make more than doctors, and Ghana needs more electricians who know how to not electrocute themselves or burn your house down.
All right.
Yep. Good Vibration says she just paid a plumber $3,800 for 4 hours worth of work. They are getting PAIDD.
Yeah, well, I was in the trades and did pretty well. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Tony, I've been there and I love this country, from Ya. And Janice is saying she's an African-American retired female dentist who lives in Kumasi way back in the 60s. Do you think she's too old to live in Ghana now?
Nope.
No, I don't think so at all.
I know some people older than you in Ghana living here. I don't know how old you are, but there's.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that it just depends on you. Yeah. Cynthia's thanking us for sharing the story, and I'm hoping that this is helpful for people to know that this idea that coming here is easy and
it's not.
It's just, and making it work is easy. It's really not. It's really not. But we're gonna do the best we can, and it is a moving target that literally moves every other day. Tony, we're chasing this.
Yeah, target. I mean, we talk about hey, what's gonna happen? What are you thinking? How would it look? All the time.
And I don't know the answer to not one of them darn questions. Nope. Well, I'm going to give us one more plug here on the party coming up. I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. Y'all, don't sleep on this party.
Hey, I'm telling you. can't wait for that.
I was dancing in my office earlier this week, and I
Mhm.
was getting low, and I thought, oh no, I might have to start working out if I plan on going to a party. Getting low for more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to brush up on my table dancing. I'm sitting at the table because ain't no
Oh,
getting
when you
up
said
for
table
work.
dancing, I thought of a different thing.
Oh, I should have said chair dancing. How about that? Chair dancing, because I'm not getting up dancing not with these knees.
Will you
And
stand
then,
and I'll just dance around you? Is that what we're
yeah,
doing?
there we go. Now you're talking my speed. There you go.
Well, it will be December 27th at Green's Lounge here in
That's
the
a green
Diaspora
lounge.
December throwback party. You do not want to miss it. And while you are at it, start to plan your Ghana tour. I will
Yeah,
say, if it's not going to be Ghana, no hard feelings, but you should get to the
Zambia's nice
continent.
from what I hear.
Yeah, get
Tanzania,
to the continent.
Sierra Leone.
Get,
There's a whole bunch of places you can go and visit. That'll be great.
absolutely. But if you're going to come to Ghana,
Holla, 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 holla.
come on through with a tour with Expat Life Ghana. We've got the Fall Fest, the Spring Fling, the Friends and Family, and the Educators Tour. If you are a single person wanting to travel but afraid to travel alone and you want to be in a group, if you are a couple who wants to meet more people when you travel because that's half of the fun, then getting in on one of our tour events is the perfect way to do that. If you yourself have a really large group, maybe a church group, a
Sorry.
fellowship group, you have a Greek group, or maybe just a really large extended family, which, Tony, you've got an extended family right? The brothers, sisters, spouses, kind of a mixed group.
Yeah, it's a mix. It's like brothers, two sisters and a brother and childhood friend from
Whatever
like
the combination
60
is.
years ago.
If you've got a large group and you want to bring them in and have something exclusive to your family, to your church group, come
Yeah.
on through. We can take care of you. Just reach out at expatlifeghana.com, or Tony, what's the email?
Hello at expatlifeghana.com.
You do such a good job at that.
I try. Yeah.
All righty. I
Do I have
see some
anything
people
else?
have popped in and they are letting you know it's Audrey. She's waving from the Edgar Hotel.
Hey Audrey, how y'all doing? My people that's in on tour right now, they're checking in.
Yep. We got people who are sick of that rat race. They are ready to get to America, but they love what we're doing here. And thought he was ready to get dollars thrown in for the boarding school tuition. Oh yeah, Tony, get up there and dance so you can earn them dollars for tuition.
Oh, no, y'all gonna be asking for refunds and calling BBB on me like, hey man, there's something not right about that dude doing that up there. We don't want problems.
Is there any issue? Any issues arise from nationalities coming to Ghana? They see a lot of Chinese investing in Ghana. Yeah, if you are a business
I don't like
person,
that.
listen. If you
But
are a business person, follow the money. China is in here investing deep.
yeah. Foreigners don't typically go to poor countries to invest and live. Oh, the car was almost an accident right here. Holy cow.
All right.
I'm on like a busy little place you just don't know. It's like all kinds of stuff buzzing around me. But yeah,
Because it's the only place up
foreigners
there
don't.
with a,
I didn't hear that.
I said it's the only place up there with a signal, so they got all the people hovering around.
Oh look, a signal it just flew by. Anyway, but there's a tons of reasons to come and invest in Ghana. So just pick one and come.
You got that. We're going to be doing some follow-up videos on business ideas in Ghana, giving you a little bit more insight as to what you can expect if you plan a trip or tour to Ghana, and just continuing to put out Ghana-centered content. We can't wait to do that, and hopefully you will continue to join us on this adventure for as long as it lasts.
You sound like it's our last season for as long as it lasts. So come on now. Get into Ghana before we close it up. Oh, you just trying to start some drama.
There's
don't
no
do that
drama
at
here.
all.
I don't actually like drama, so that's not my jam.
No, we don't. We're drama free.
We're drama-free people. But I think that's a wrap, Tony. I'm going to get you on out of here. I know you have partying to do.
Yeah,
Like it's almost
Daniel is
midnight.
waiting on me. Daniel is waiting.
Well, go ahead and sign us off whenever you're ready.
All right, hey, don't forget, Dirty December. We're having the official. It's official. The Diaspora in December throwback jam, December 27th. There you go. Thank you. If you're going to be in Ghana, you know somebody that's going to be in Ghana, tell them this place you got to be. Supported by the Beyond the Return campaign and Ghana Tourism Authority. And with that, shout out for now. On location in a breeze at the party, y'all. Okay, that's it. Hey, bye-bye.
All right, Tony, you on out. As we head out, I am going to play the promo for a Slave Castle tour with us here. If you are coming to Ghana, maybe you don't need a whole tour, but you still want to take a day trip. We do provide day trips as well. And going and heading out to the slave castles as part of your experience here on the ground is definitely worth it. I'm going to play that video and then go ahead and sign us off. Tony, drive safe.
Shout out for now. See y'all later. Peace.